Hello, people. I pretty much said to everybody some days ago that I'd been watching articles coming out about supermarkets. The supermarkets were saying that their staff is getting sick, staff is getting sick, staff is getting sick, right? And I said that I would keep an eye on supermarkets because I think that's the next thing to go. And 6 hours ago, this article came out. Major supermarkets will be cracking down on even stricter social distancing measures ahead of Easter to ensure the safety of staff and customers against the spread of COVID-19. Woolworths and Coles will be limiting the number of customers allowed in store to prevent breaking social distancing guidelines during the Easter rush. In the coming week, Woolworths will be limiting the number of customers allowed in the store from time to time to enable social distancing between customers. The number of customers allowed in the store at any one time will depend on the size of the store. Line up for your fucking food, you useless eaters. Customers will be required to queue outside the store while the number of people allowed in will be managed using a one-in, one-out policy. The new measures will roll out next week. Local centre management, security and police will manage the queues at peak times and enforce the 1.5 metre distancing rules. A Coles video on its website says we're limiting how many customers can be in the store, so we may ask you to queue when you arrive. Woolworths Supermarkets Managing Director Claire Peters has urged customers to plan ahead to avoid chaos. While Easter won't be the same this year, we know Australian families will still want to maintain traditions in the new normal environment. Are you reading that? In the new normal environment. Traditionally, the Thursday in the lead up to Easter is one of our busiest times in store. We ask our customers to pre-plan their Easter shopping to avoid the usual Thursday spike in numbers. Ms. Peters this morning told Today the customer limits have already been trialled in a number of stores. The best feedback we had from both customers and team was that they felt relaxed, more calmer, and more safer. Shopping hours will also be extended in the majority of stores. I'd really like to reassure our customers that we are extending our opening hours next week until 10 p.m. in nearly all of our stores so people can plan their shop, which suits them more easily. Woolworths also announced they would be switching on their pickup service on the Monday for priority assistance customers with family members, neighbours, or friends able to collect goods on their behalf. Your new normal environment, you useless eaters. New normal environment that you queue up for your food. Oh, listen, I really don't have a lot to say about all of this. I initially said this didn't have to do with China. Wasn't China's fault. All the governments are in cahoots. I don't believe that this virus is as deadly as what they're saying. I believe that I had it for a month and I'm over it, meaning it's just a different normal flu. And I've come across many people now that are coming out saying that they also believe that they had it and it was nothing more than a bad flu with a shitload of fucking coughing and a lot of phlegm trying to get the body trying to get the bug out. A lot of people are saying that this is to do with 5G. I personally don't think so much that this is to do with 5G. I mean, 5G is obviously, like I've said before, yes, it's no good for you, yada, yada, yada. But I'm looking at this picture and when people have to queue up for food to buy food. How many pictures are we seeing where people around hospitals, in hospitals, medical centres, nobody was wearing masks, nobody's wearing gloves, gloves aren't being changed, hospitals are empty, car parks are empty. What are we preparing for? Is it civil unrest? Is it when they close the supermarkets and people realise they can't buy food anymore? Is that when it's going to be enough for the useless eaters to realise that their government has fucked them over? Is that why the military is out and about? Because I can't see why. Why would the military be brought into this? What, the cops, if you're going to look at policing a queue, okay, that they need the police for this. If they're going to be policing a queue, police would be enough. Why would you need the military? The only reason that you would need the military is when the useless eater realizes that they've got nothing to eat and the money that they hold in their hand is fucking useless. But, as I've said before, all of this that's happened, it's like cattle walking back into the pen on their own. It's like the dog going back into his not friggin' kennel for a cow, into their pens, into the corral, into the whatever it is that you fucking call it. Like animals, basically, just simply going back into their little boxes. That people are okay with queuing up for fucking food in 2020. The information is not hidden. The information is out there. It is being brought to you by people with mobile phones, cameras that are going out there, checking out the hospitals, looking for these so-called people that are lining up getting tested for COVID or coronavirus, whatever you want to call it. You've got the information there. If that's not enough for you to wake the fuck up to see that there's more going on here than what meets the eye, then just stay asleep, and I don't know what else to fucking tell you. But I just wanted to bring this up for the simple fact that not even a week ago I started saying that I was going to start watching the supermarkets. Are the supermarkets going to close their doors? Because day after day, for like 3-4 days, they were coming out with articles, staff are getting sick, staff are getting sick, staff are getting sick. What, the staff can't get sick from 10 people at the checkout? The idiotic measures, the idiotic bullshit of 2 metres apart, 1.5 metres apart, the fucking little ATM machine that you use at the counter to pay for your food, people wake the fuck up. The guy in front of you just pressed the numbers on that when he stuck his card in. You came along, you pressed that same fucking thing. The person behind you is going to be pressing that same fucking thing. You might as well turn around and shake each other's fucking hands. The hell is wrong with everybody? If this is normal to anybody out there that's listening, then like I said, just go back to fucking sleep. Go back to sleep, get the fuck off YouTube, go back to watching TV, use your mobile phone. Yeah, don't even bother reading shit, don't bother listening to shit. But here we go, people. My suggestion to you now, I didn't say it before, when people started fighting over toilet paper, but I tell you what, now would be a good fucking time to go out and hoard as much as you fucking can. So if you've got funds, Even if you have to go from supermarket to supermarket and hoard stuff, I suggest you do it, because I can't see these supermarkets staying open for long. All I gotta say is best of luck, people, no matter where you are, no matter what chunk of dirt you stand on. All I can say to all of yous is best of luck. The useless eaters will never come together, because they're too busy hating. They prefer to hate. They prefer the drama. They prefer to point the finger. China's coming to get us, this, that, and China ain't coming to get you. Your own government's already got you by the fucking balls. Don't matter what chunk of dirt you stand on, your government has got you by the balls. That people would have to queue up to walk into a supermarket. Think about that for a bit. Think about that. Last week, it was okay for people to still go shopping. Keep your distance. Okay, now they're saying excuses. Oh, people aren't keeping their distance. Well, maybe people would if they weren't seeing the fact that these hospitals are empty, that private hospitals are closing their doors, prisons are being... It's got nothing to do with the fucking COVID-19. Nothing to do with that. Like I said, I'm under the assumption that I've had it for a month. I'm over it. And I stayed on YouTube the whole time. And without telling you, I did record when it started, and I was saying, there's something, it's kind of like the flu, but it's not like the flu. People, wake up. If you don't come together now and do something about this, like I says, Georgia Guidestones, no dramas, civil unrest, people will kill people for food. It's that simple. Why is the military there? Civil unrest. Once they close those doors and people go, oh, but where am I going to buy my food? Oh, but I've got money in my hand. Well, use that money or your card to wipe your ass on it, because that's the only thing that it'll be good for. Or maybe to start a fire out the back so that you can heat up those baked beans that you bought. That's about it of what it's going to be good for. Anyway, like I said before, people, all I can say to you is I've been coming out with this stuff for quite a while. I kept saying this is a distraction on a huge scale. I've pretty much been calling it the whole way through. I said watch India. I said watch the military. The military's on the move. Anyway, there's nothing much left to say to this, except, as I said once before, best of luck, everybody.